Turn that morning would into a morning should. Ladies and gentlemen, turn that morning would into a morning should. If you find yourself thinking, man, I would do this if I had more time. Obsessively, if you obsessively talk about, man, if I had another hour in my day, I would be the best guitar player. I would be the next Ernest Hemingway. Well, then you should do it. I want you to turn that morning would into a morning should. Yeah, I tricked you a little bit with that title. I had to. I had to get your attention somehow. I'm sorry. It's something I'm good at or I enjoy doing. But I really want you to take that morning would and turn it into a morning should. My girl laughed when I told her that. This is one of my favorite phrases I've ever come up with, and I'm going to keep saying it probably for the rest of my life. I find myself, I don't know about you guys, but I find myself obsessively thinking about things over and over again with time. And these things that I would like to do. And what I did to help combat that was I have a habit journal. And it's like on one side, it is every day of the month. And then at the top, it's all these things I want to do, right? So it's like play guitar for an hour a day. It's write for an hour a day. Sleep 7 hours, 8 hours a day, because I need to sleep to fuel the creative mind of Steven. And you need to sleep too. And all these things I want to do. And at first I was using it to feel good and be like, oh, I played guitar today. I wrote my affirmations. I journaled today. But then over time, I actually realized what it helped even more with was seeing what I was avoiding and what I subconsciously didn't want to do for the day. Because you see all the X's, but then you see this fucking space down the line, down the paper, and it says, oh, wow, I haven't written for 10 days. I play guitar, but I haven't written. Well, guess what? As a stand-up comedian, you gotta fucking write. You gotta write. And there's these things, then you realize, like, man, I haven't been writing lately. I haven't been doing this. If I had more time, I would write more. Well, guess what? We all have more time. These are things we trick ourselves into thinking. And again, it's just, honestly, more recently for me, the things I've been avoiding have been like writing and rewriting jokes and rewriting my material, right? And rewriting stuff. And it reminds me of when I was a runner in college, and I used to be a sprite runner, right? And every Sunday morning on the cross country team, right, we would wake up and we would have to go for the Sunday morning long run. If you're a runner, you know what I'm talking about. It's the long run of the week, and we would do like a 15, 16-mile run every fucking Sunday. Sometimes we take a big bus out to like the reservoirs in Baltimore. I went to school in Baltimore. And sometimes we were drinking the night before, and it didn't feel good on the bus if you've been drinking. We'd have to like yak on the runs. And sometimes we'd have to do the runs ourselves, right? And after I graduated college and I moved to the city, I was still running a little bit. I wanted to run some marathons. And the hardest run was always the Sunday morning long run. Why? Because I kept thinking about it. I put more energy into thinking about running and doing the run than even fucking running. It took more energy to think about the run than to actually go out and do it. Isn't that funny? We put more energy into worrying about and like pushing off and delaying things that we know we want to do and we should do just to avoid doing it. So the best way to do it is to just get up and do it. It's the first thing in the morning. Just get up and go do it. Don't make your Sunday morning run a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday evening run. There were some nights, man, there's some days, Sundays, I'd wait till 6 p.m. to go run, and I would hate it. And after I was done, I'd feel good, but I spent the whole freaking day being like, man, I should go run. I don't know. I don't want to do it. It's not time. Just go do it. Just turn that morning would into a morning should if you really want to do it. I've been proud of myself with these videos because I've been doing them every day and I really wanted to. And for whatever reason, it's become autopilot. I get up, I think about it, I try not to overthink it, and I go do it. Because I have a message, and I'll be doing something about that too. But then, I look and you avoid other things. Sometimes these make me avoid other things, and it's been writing, rewriting comedy. So that means it means I should do it. Especially if I'm obsessing over it and go, man, I gotta rewrite, I gotta do this or that. That means the first thing I do in the morning now is I get up, I do my morning pages. I'm on my artist's way journey right now with Julia Cameron. Shout out Julia Cameron. But the first thing I do after that, because I was writing anyways, is I'll just write. And I go, all I gotta do is write for 20 minutes. That's it, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Guess what? That usually turns into an hour of writing or rewriting a joke. And I usually find something that I like. I usually find at least one or two things. The cool thing with comedy is you write for an hour and maybe you find 2 lines, 3 lines, whatever that you like or an idea that you like. That's all you need, because an hour of material, it's a lot to write. Really, you're aiming to make people laugh every 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Writing an hour takes a while. So if you get 1, 2, 3 lines, that's like another minute or 2 of material. Minute and a half. So that's all you need, But you're never going to do it it's never going to happen if you don't do it. So whatever it is that you feel like you're putting off and you're thinking about, I would do this, just do it. Just do it. You should do it. So go do it. Do it first thing in the morning. That's I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. I gotta wake up at 5 to help the kid wake up at 4:30. I don't know what to tell you. Get on the same schedule as Mark Wahlberger. He wakes up at 2 a.m. apparently. I wake up earlier than him. I wake up at 1 a.m. I'm gonna show you up, Mark. If you ever wanna work out together, I'm down. All I'm saying is if there's things that you really want to do and you think a lot about them, don't put them off another day. Do not put them off another day. Do them now. Do them today. You will never regret it. You will never regret it. Turn that morning would into a morning should.